Hey, I'm Kurt Niedermeyer with FLW, and check it out. We are here in Del Rio, Texas for the first stop of the Texas division of the Rayovac series, and I'm with the one and only Denny Brauer at his pad right here on the lake, and we are talking fishing today. Denny, Lake Amistad has been a little off its game here in recent years. What's going on out there?
Well, there's a lot of theories, and I don't claim to know exactly what's going on. I've got my own theory, of course. The lake went down, I guess, a little over 2 years ago, almost 64 feet.
Really? Wow.
And it had been full, and a lot of fish had been up in all the cover, the hydrilla and the bushes. And when it went down, I think the bait went way deep, and a lot of those fish just followed and have not come back up. And last year was a real hard year. This year we're starting to see improvement. There's some big fish being caught. I really think that the fish are still here. It's just a matter of the conditions getting right. And we're still 29 foot low right now. I'd love to see the lake fill up, but I think it's all just one of those things created by nature, and that it will get better.
So they use this lake for irrigation purposes so they can suck a lot of water out of it in a hurry, but the real problem is that there's no cover for those fish to get into then, right?
Well, we're real fortunate. We did not lose the hydrilla. We still got a lot of hydrilla in the lake. And in fact, there's hydrilla down to 30 feet. There's a lot of pondweed growing, and some of that's out there deep. So they've got a lot of vegetation. It's not everywhere, but it's enough that it will reseed the whole lake.
Sure.
If we don't have the bottom totally drop out of it again. But
that clear water is what makes that able to grow that deep.
And the water's getting clearer and clearer. I know when I first started coming down here, you could see the bottom. You could see fish spawning 25, 30 foot deep. And we're starting to get some of that clarity again, and I think that's going to be key to the vegetation growing and probably key to a lot of those fish coming up and staying up.
Now, I talked to you yesterday, and you said a few of those legendary Lake Amistad big bass are starting to get caught. We saw some in a tournament here a few weeks ago on the lake. What's your prediction this week? Do you think some of those fish are going to come into weigh, and you think that the weights are going to be a little higher than maybe what some people had expected?
You never know. Some of it's going to be dictated by weather. I know they're talking high winds and cloud cover and a little bit of rain. I don't know if that's the ideal situation for some patterns, but it'll probably enhance some others. I really think the weights are going to be better than people anticipate. I think the fish are going to be caught a lot of different ways. I think some of those big fish have finally started to come up. We're seeing some of them get caught. So I think there's going to be some opportunities for some big bags, and it's going to surprise some people.
Okay. What kind of techniques are being used this time of year, especially with the lake down? It's not what you traditionally think of as a Lake Amistad techniques, right?
Well, for the last month, there's been a lot of drop shot fish being caught because the fish are so deep. You can get out there and drop shot them 70, 80 foot. They're that deep. Actually, the majority of the fish are deeper than that. Those are the catchable fish. A lot of Alabama rig fish, and with the conditions that we're going to have for the first day of the tournament, I expect a lot of the better fish to be caught by guys slinging Alabama rigs. There's going to be some crankbait fish, guys cranking the tops of grass and, the deep edges of grass and getting out there on them rocky points. There'll be some jig fish. Going to be a combination of things. There's been a lot of Texas rig fish being caught, Carolina rig fish. So it's really getting in the right area and finding the right pot of fish that are willing to bite.
Last question, what do you think is the big key this week between the difference in winning and just placing? What do you think is the real key that's going to set somebody off?
Well, a month ago I said a guy that can consistently go out and catch him 12 and a half, 13 pounds a day is going to have an excellent shot of winning this. I don't think that anymore. I mean, it could happen. 40 pounds could be right on the money, but with what I've seen the last few days and some of the big fish that I've personally caught, it wouldn't surprise me if 60 pounds won the thing.
There you got it from Denny Brauer. He knows this lake well. He's been living down here for a few years and spends a lot of his off seasons down here before that. And he thinks that this could be a much better tournament than what some people anticipated. So stay tuned. If anybody's going to catch a big one, it's this guy right here.